Okay guys, now we make our way to workout number 4. Again, the specs will be posted up for you guys in terms of your time caps and weights, etc. This is how the workout is going to go down. We're going to have 4 rounds for time. It's going to be a 16-minute time cap, and there's a lot of synchro work that goes on here. So we start, the athletes will both begin behind their start marker. 3, 2, 1, go. They'll make their way to the bar. They're going to do 10 synchro deadlifts, locking their hips at the same time, shoulders behind the bar. Once their 10 is finished, they need to put that bar down. They may not drop the bar. If you drop the bar, you will get a 5 burpee penalty. Then the athletes will make their way to the rower. They must complete 20 calories on the rower, split however they like. The other athlete can weight wherever they want to weight, as long as they stay in their lane and they are not in the way of any other athletes. Once 20 calories have been completed as a team, they will then make their way to the handstand push-ups, where as a team they will complete 20 repetitions of their handstand push-up on their designated handstand board. You may kip, you may do strict, as long as you follow the rules of your handstand push-up, touching the head on the mat and locking out at the top fully with the judge's signal. If you want to change over, no tag is needed, so you can change as and when you like, as long as you stay in your lane. After the 20 handstand push-ups, the team is then going to make their way back across the field or back across the arena to their toes to rings, where they will complete 20 toes to rings, heels starting behind the rings, both feet touching the rings simultaneously. After 20 reps as a team have been completed, the athletes will then make their way back to their bar, where they will do 10 synchro burpee over the bar. The sync will count with the chest touching and the jump over the bar. Okay? Once they've completed their 10 repetitions, one athlete will move the cone to signify that they've completed their round, and they will then proceed to round number 2, following the same structure as they did before. A good deadlift rep will look like this, both athletes standing tall at the top of the movement, hips nicely locked out, shoulders behind the bar. Please make sure that if one athlete is taller than the other, both athletes have locked out correctly at the top. Don't let one athlete leave their shoulders over the bar. Remember, as we said, you don't want 5 burpees, so don't drop the bar on the ground. When you're doing the burpees over the bar, this is the other area where you might have some no reps. You want to make sure that both chests touch on the ground and both feet or both athletes jump over simultaneously. Please don't have one athlete stand up and jump over the bar before the other athlete is there, because that will be a no rep, and as a team you will have to complete that entire rep again, which means you will have to come back to there and do that burpee once again. Part 4, there are scaling options. If you decide to scale any of the workouts, please note that if you decide to scale one movement, you need to scale the entire workout. You will not be able to scale an individual movement within the workout itself, and your scaled workout time will fall below the slowest RX time. Okay, so this is your scaled variation of your handstand push-ups in workout 4. You will start with your knees up on a box in your box pike position, hands next to an ab mat. You will clearly touch your head on the ab mat, and then have a full lockout position at the top of the rep for the repetition to count. The scaled variation for the toes to rings is hanging knee raises. So you're going to start in the same lockout position, swing the heels behind the rings, and your knees must clearly travel above the line of your hips. Workout 4 unloaded variation, very similar for, it's actually exactly the same format, but instead of a barbell we are now using kettlebells. Once again, both athletes will start behind their line. 3, 2, 1, go. They will approach their kettlebells, where they will do 10 synchro double kettlebell deadlifts, touching the kettlebells and locking out in the same manner with the hips and shoulders locked out correctly. Please put the kettlebells down. Once again, if you drop the kettlebells, you will receive that 5 burpee penalty the same way. After your 10 reps, you make your way to the rower, where you will do the same 20 calories on the rower, split however you like. After you've split the calories, you will make your way to the hand release push-ups. Just a note on the rower, and this goes for your RX workout athletes as well. Please place the handle inside the rower's handle holder. When you are making the change, you may not pass the handle to your friend. Please also do not drop the rower's handles into the rower itself, otherwise we won't have rows for the next heat. After we've made our way from there, we're going to go to hand release push-ups. Hand release push-ups start in a fully locked out position. Chest must touch the ground completely, where you will release both hands from the ground clearly, and then you will extend to the top in the same manner. This will be a no rep, and any half push-up will be a no rep as well. After you've done your 20 hand release push-ups, shared however you like, you will go back to the rings, where you will complete the same as the scale variation with your hanging knee raise. Heels behind, knees clearly above the line of the waist. You will approach your line, you will get a designated line in your lane, and you will do 10 synchro burpees over the line. With the same rules applying, where you need to touch your chest together and jump over the line simultaneously. After you've finished your 10, one athlete will move the cone to the next area, and you will begin with round number 2. Just a note on the burpees: when you're doing burpees over the bar or burpees over the line, as we said before, the chest synchronization must be together. Even if one athlete starts slightly earlier, as long as they both clearly touch their chests on the ground at the same time. Then with the jump, they must be in the air together, which means if one athlete starts slightly earlier, that would be okay. We cannot have one athlete landing over before the other athlete has left the ground. Both athletes must be in the air at the same time.